Hi class. Before we go into this problem-solving exercise, which is a feature of our first week, I want to kind of emphasize one of the approaches for this course, which should be already apparent to you given that you've been provided with an emotional competence inventory. And the approach is, in a nutshell, that a good point of departure in learning HR management is to maybe first and foremost get to know oneself. We all have this presumption that we are rational and that we are competent decision makers, and that we don't need very much guidance in that regard, that we are good judges of people, of character, of competencies. But that needs to be looked at. And one approach, I think, which would be very useful for us is to consider an inside-out approach. That is, getting back to, I believe it was Socrates that said, know thyself. And as part of that, I'm going to offer you this non-graded exercise. In fact, you need not turn it in, though I think it's very useful to do. And it's something called a timeline. And I'm going to put up a sample of this on our site. And it's very simple in a way, in that you are really kind of pasting together sheets of paper, or you can do it in increments, whatever suits you. But try to trace out, at least in year-to-year increments, your own life in terms of a timeline, showing on that line your personal high points and low points in terms of things that have happened in your own life, going back from childhood and moving forward, various life events that we encounter, challenges, disappointments, triumphs, episodes of recognition, of crises. Do this because I think it's useful for us to literally trace these things out and then kind of take stock in a retrospective of our own experience, and to reflect upon how that has really shaped us in terms of how we've come to be where we are now. I think is a useful exercise because it's a personal thing. Again, it's not graded, but I really hope that you'll do this, and that from that point we can then begin to enter into this larger discussion and, somewhat more practical, I suppose you might think, or more focused in any case, exercise on personnel selection. So do that first, and then we'll return to this problem-solving exercise and go over the details of that, which again will also be posted online for you. Okay, good luck with that, and if you do care to share, that'd be great. In a generic way, that's perfectly fine to do. You can maybe put something up on the voice thread about whether you found this to be a useful exercise, things that you may have discovered about yourself that you haven't considered as influencing and shaping your attitudes and your perceptions as they are now. Okay, good luck with all that, and carry on.